Necropolis zone. Dun 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 dun. I don't know. I could.
That wouldn't be a bad idea for a Sonic level.
Yeah.
Has he ever had like a graveyard or? Well, I guess there's like the castle levels from
They've done
Heroes.
spooky, oopy stuff, but yeah, honestly, I could see them doing something cool like that. It sounds like something that would have been in Shadow the Hedgehog had. I don't know. I'm really curious how they're gonna try to do basically recap Sonic or Shadow's storyline. That's pretty much the only reason I'm excited for Generations remake. But somebody had a good point. The reason they're doing this is the Sonic movie, the third Sonic movie's coming out, and the only real way to like get people up to speed about Shadow is like, I don't know, like they're not gonna do a Adventure 1 and 2 remake because that would take too much work.
So I think right there I speed boosted off of the top of the stairs.
Yeah, that was cool.
Ah, dang it. So this is the level where I am trying to kill a Cacodemon with the pistol. Or no, nice. A Mancubus.
Yeah. I will say, whoa, that was a weird... Did you get a stutter there?
I don't think so.
Huh, weird. Maybe that was just my end. I will say, if there isn't a Mephiles fight in Generations, I'm going to be very disappointed. Because Mephiles was the most hyped thing in that stupid game.
Yeah, execution was a little bit better than the norm in that game, which was at a baseline terrible. His was just a little clumsy. Now that in particular, I would point as a piece of lore from this game that everything afterwards has completely ignored.
The fact that his armor's from hell?
Yeah, that there was a wretch that made it for him. And that it also said across worlds and through time. I don't think that they have ever clarified that.
Yeah. You know, when I hear the word adamantine, I think of adamantium from Marvel, but I guess that's not just a Marvel thing.
Adamant... like, the root of that just means incredibly strong.
Right. That makes sense.
Oh, right, adamant. That's the root of that
sense.
word.
Yeah. Pop.
Even got to do it against a Cyber-Mancubus.
Yeah, so I would have assumed you had to do it the whole way, but I guess just finish him off.
Yeah, I think the problem was I've had problems with that one before. I think what it was is that I didn't have the mastery, so the pistol wouldn't charge up enough. So even if I did stagger them, I wouldn't be able to get off a powerful enough shot to the head quickly enough. Oh, and right here I'm trying to bait them into these explosive barrels.
So we can assume that lightning up there is Argent energy, probably.
Almost certainly.
Yeah.
I mean, with the information that we learn in Eternal, I'm pretty sure that the Galactic Society changing amount of energy that the UAC was siphoning from Hell was like the leftovers of Argent energy total production throughout the universe.
That's kind of wild to think about, but then again, when you tap into infinity, any piece of infinity is going to be pretty big. Nice. Man, those specters are bad.
I don't think that you can get telefragged in this game, but if you can, I was pretty close to it right there.
What do you mean telefragged?
Teleporting into someone to kill them.
Ah.
Maybe that's just a Team Fortress 2 term, I don't know.
Man, that close-up really broke the illusion on that bump map.
Yeah, some even games as this late have had stuff like that where you get close and you can see all of the edges of the models.
Yeah.
I kind of like the design of the Hell Automap here.
Yeah, it's a cool look.
I'm trying to remember if it looked different in Eternal. No, I think there was just one design in Eternal.
I did find it weird in the first level just how much you were jumping in and out of hell.
Yeah,
But I guess the portal was completely open, so it makes sense. Or something was going on. I'm still not
well,
sure
the first level,
right.
no, you were on Earth, but in a later level, yeah, you were. I think it was the next level you were jumping in and out of hell.
Right.
Which is another thing that makes Eternal feel kind of out of step with this game. I mean, we can get to that when we get to Eternal, but it's such a monumental task to get to hell in this game, and in Eternal, it's entirely trivialized.
Yeah, my video keeps, like... The sound will cut out for a second, and then the frame rate will slow down slightly, and then it'll speed back up.
I'm not seeing that. I think it might just be on your end.
That makes me worried. I don't know how you test the health of a graphics card, but, yeah. I bought this thing in 2019, so... I think. Let me do the math on that.
It's what, RTX 1060?
Yeah, the lowest RTX card you can get. I mean, it's not like I do that much with it, so I can't imagine there's a ton of wear and tear. I think I have 32 gigs of RAM, so I should be good. It's crazy to me how that's gone from being incredible to, like, middle of the road.
I think I only have 16. But I think that's all you really need if you're not doing, like, a lot of heavy video or 3D stuff. If it's just gaming, I think 16 is fine.
It could just be Windows Media Player. So you have 2 skulls.
Yep. Blue and yellow. I don't think there's ever a red skull, even though that was in the classic games. Yes, when you come back here, you can drop off the skulls as you get them, but I opted to wait and do them both at the same time.
Nice. That lightning effect when it opens the doors reminds me of the Power Rangers Green Ranger miniseries when the Dragon Zord is changing to be like the Megazord version. And there's a little thing that opens up, and there's cool lightning effects. I gotta say, I only ever watched that miniseries because we didn't have cable, and those episodes were goofy. Like, otherwise, my gosh. Like, Rita had too much time on her hands.
I was not allowed to watch Power Rangers.
Too violent?
Yeah, my parents had heard about like some kid who beat up his little brother playing Power Rangers, and they were a little scared, so they're like, nope, no watching Power Rangers.
Yeah. We were allowed to watch Power Rangers, and my brother hit my mom in the face with this Power Rangers toy, and she had to get plastic surgery. She was completely fine. It wasn't horrible. It was just he was really little, mind you. It's just a big honking piece of plastic can do some damage.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I had that with Pokemon. Like, I was allowed to watch the show, but I wasn't allowed to play Pokemon Stadium because my parents said it was too violent.
Because it's full 3D.
I mean, if anything, that's a testament to how good it was. Like, now they're just barely moving, even in 3D.
It's not special if creating a modern version of Stadium isn't special because they're already in 3D. Well, yeah, but they're barely animated, so...
Yeah, it sucks because I think Battle Revolution was by the same people as Stadium, and it shows. I could be wrong about that.
So they lured him into a building and dropped the building on top of him.
You know,
Why
they probably
didn't they do
should
that earlier?
Why didn't they kill him when they had him, like, down for the count?
I guess they were afraid that if they tried to move the rubble around even slightly, that they would accidentally free him and he could get out.
Well, the thing is, he's not wearing his armor. So that implies they took it off.
That is something that I have a question about this game, is that who took off the armor and how did they do it? And I don't know, like, I would have to assume that the UAC did it. Or maybe not. Maybe there was some lore that said that they found it next to him.
Well, yeah, because you look at the framing of that armor. It looks like it was, like, glassed around him. Like, as though it was, like just hewn out of the rock itself. You finally get the one I made a beeline for.
Yeah, and also he was chained down, which I would have to assume then that it was the UAC that found him in the armor, took him out of the armor, chained him down, and then put him in the sarcophagus.
Maybe.
I don't know. I feel like we're having that problem that Prime 1 had, where they wrote the lore and then didn't realize that parts of it were incompatible with what they had written.
Yeah. I still like your thought about a phase Metroid being able to move in and out of the impact crater.
Oh, a Phazon Metroid? Yeah, I didn't come up with that. That was the theory that they had, that someone else had online.
Precision Bolt, my favorite.
It's,
okay, I don't know if
it's
my
like
favorite,
the siege mode, but worse.
I lied. When I said I no-scoped, I meant I didn't use that, because honestly, why would you ever use this if you're good enough at no-scoping? Okay, so who is talking? Like,
We
is it just some
learn
high-ranking guy?
it's implied that this is like the Lord of Hell, but we learn who it is in Eternal.
Okay, then no more questions from me about that then, I suppose. Probably shouldn't have fought each other, guys. Haste makes a wasteland.
Well, at least they're better than the classic Doom monsters, where they can be facing you down, and just a couple of stray bullets from another demon will cause them to lose interest in you entirely and just focus on the other demons.
Nice.
Super Shotgun is totally not overpowered, guys.
This kind of music reminds me of a SpongeBob episode known as Pre-Hibernation Week, where Sandy wants to get in all the stuff she wants to do with SpongeBob before she has to go into hibernation. And there's this sick guitar song, like just heavy metal song throughout like the entire montage that's very reminiscent of this. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now it's time for us to play Hay in the Needle Stack. Don't you mean Needle in the Haystack? Nope. Oh gosh. I can still picture the feeling that would be. Ugh.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, I always tense up when I get to this area. I think it's because I'm always like, oh wait, I haven't been getting any kills with barrels. I need to try to get some with these really big enemies.
Right, and now that you don't take damage from the barrels, you can kind of do it with reckless abandon.
Yeah, see, there we go.
Nice. That was cool. Ah, he countered your shockwave with another shockwave. So I don't know if this observation is correct, but I feel like as the Prime trilogy went on, more and more enemies used a shockwave attack, and by Prime 3, there were just so many enemies doing the just shockwave on the ground thing. But
Was it really that many, or was it just that a couple of the bosses, particularly Moganar, used them like no one's business?
Yeah, Moganar was a pain in the butt. I think Ridley had his own shockwave attack that was like an electric fence. And then there was, I want to say the Berserker Lord or whatever had something, but I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, I think Shockwaves just worked with the more actionized approach that Prime 3 was going with.
Yeah.
All right, so this area is a big old reference to Doom 2.
Oh, nice. That looks cool.
So this is clearly supposed to be the icon of sin. And you have no hope of getting this secret unless you know your Doom lore, because
what the heck? I've never seen. Wow.
Yeah. So the final boss of Doom 2 is a wall texture called the Icon of Sin, and you have to try to lob rockets into its exposed brain. And then I believe that was the Soul Cube that came out of it.
Huh.
Or maybe I'm mixing that up with that thing from Doom 3.
That's pretty cool. I had no idea that was there. That's a fun Easter egg.
It counts as a secret, so it's part of 100% completion.
I'm kind of surprised this game doesn't have like a secret joke weapon like a lot of games did back in the day. Although this game isn't really back in the day, even though we're getting close to 10 years.
I don't think Doom ever had a joke weapon at any point, so I'm not sure what it would pull from for that.
Yeah, I just made myself sad. 2016 is only... Let's see. Yeah.
We're coming up on
ago.
8 years since this game came out.
Yeah, that hurts my brain. I think my problem is I'm going to always feel like I'm 10 years out of high school. No matter what.
All right, time for boss fight number 2.
Oh. Is the boss fight having an epileptic seizure?
Oh, hey, look, it's the Crucible.
Oh. I forgot about this thing.
Cue the Gurren Lagann music.
Good wishes. Yours is the worm that will pierce the heavens. I regret saying that.
Pretty simple. When it attacks, it drops the shield, so unload on it.
Yeah, I completely forgot about this fight.
The fireball flickers right before it shoots it. I don't think that's intentional. I think that's an oversight. It's like it de-renders for like just a couple frames.
Nice. That was a sick backflip. Oh.
I still have... Oh. Not anymore. Lost
No.
my infinite ammo.
Spin!
Oh, that reminds me of the Hive mecha in Prime 1.
Oh, yeah. And it reminds me of Quadraxis in Prime 2.
So, the thing keeps... like flashing like this. I don't think it's supposed to do that, and I've never seen it do that before.
Huh.
It's supposed to stop flashing as soon as the glory kill starts.
Patrick, what could be worse than a giant hell golem? 2 giant hell golems!
And in fact, it is not worse, because these guys don't have the shield, making them significantly
nice.
easier than the first phase.
I guess giving them both shields would be a bit much.
Oh, no doubt. But honestly, I think that it would have been better if they had done 2 from the beginning and then switched to the one with the shield.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Oh yeah, and
They
they
have
have
a
a
shared
combined
health pool?
health bar.
Oh. See, that makes it super easy.
I mean, they both have their own health pool, it's just that they show up together.
Ah. Carapace action. Ah, I see. The health bar that shows is probably the one you last shot or something. Ugh. Ugh.
Music cut out
Dang.
just a little early, but yeah.
I think it kind of worked. We have it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that in this game, when you beat a boss, one of the 3 bosses in it, you get a bunch of weapon upgrade points.
Oh. Nice.
Oh, and I definitely get most of that particular mastery challenge off screen.
Uh-oh.
All right, we
Yeah.
will see you next time when we see what we can do with the Crucible.